Two Wisconsin races are as tight as ever, less than 1 month before midterm elections.
Incumbents working to keep a tight grip on their seats against both their competitors in the Senate and the governor's office. A new CBS News poll shows Republican Senator Ron Johnson is currently just 1% ahead of Democratic rival Mandela Barnes. Barnes currently serves as Wisconsin's lieutenant governor.
Meanwhile, the gubernatorial race in Wisconsin is currently deadlocked. Republican challenger Tim Michels is seeking to win the office from Democratic Governor Tony Evers. Joining us now is CBS News political correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns. Caitlin, it's great to see you. So let's start with the issues that are fueling support for the Wisconsin Senate candidates. What can you tell us?
Hey, well, we are here in Milwaukee, and we've been finding on the ground and also in our polling that the issues of crime and abortion access are really shaping this super tight Senate race, and there's a very tight governor's race as well. When you take the issue of crime, that is something that is leading to support for incumbent Senator Ron Johnson. He's been blanketing the airwaves on this issue, and we know that Republicans are making this an issue nationwide, and they're trying to make it resonate here in Wisconsin. And according to our polling, that seems to be having an impact on how voters are thinking and feeling about the issue of crime. When you look at what the Democrats are talking about, they are focusing on abortion and abortion access. We were just with Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes, who was having an event on the issue of abortion. And when you look at our polling, that is something that is incredibly fueling his support. That is ranked the top issue for Democratic voters. But the question is, can that be enough to make the difference in this race? And that remains the open question. When you look at the overall issues, the economy and inflation rank highest over any other concern.
And that seems to be the case across the board. It's interesting that here, for the Democratic side, abortion is such an overwhelming topic, given that we were discussing earlier how Bernie Sanders was advising Democrats to stick to the economy. But how is Barnes fighting this rhetoric about crime? How is he responding? I know you spoke with him earlier.
Yes, we just spoke to him a little while ago, and I asked about this because what was interesting in our polling, a couple of different things. One, voters say that they believe that Johnson's policies, more than Barnes' policies, would keep them safe. And when you also ask voters if they believe that Barnes supports defunding the police, nearly half of them thought that he did. So I asked him, do you support defunding the police? And he said, no, that is not something I support. I support funding the police. And I asked, do you support, he's talked before about reallocating resources, and he said that he wants to give the resources that police departments need. But what was interesting here, too, is that he said, talked about the rise in crime and attributed it to the idea of people not having opportunities, not having access to opportunities, and kind of pointing to that as a way to say this is why people are going out and committing crimes. He said they're not thinking about what the Republicans or the Democrats are saying. They're thinking about these kinds of things. But in the final stretch here, we've got just under a month left. The Republicans think that this issue can define the race. But again, the economy, inflation, top concerns here like they are elsewhere.
And Caitlin, let's shift to the gubernatorial race. It is so close. Tell us what is behind that.
It is a very close race, and I actually just talked to Governor Tony Evers at this event that we are at now, and I said, why is this such a close race? And he said, look, Wisconsin is a purple state. It's going to be close. It's going to be close till the very end. Remember how tight those margins were in 2016 and in 2020, so they are saying that's no surprise there. They are trying to tout what they have done on the economy because, again, the economy is top of mind. So they are also really tapping into this issue of abortion access as well. But a very tight race here in Wisconsin. And this is a state that has that governor's race and a Senate race. So the question is, do either of those tickets help each other?
And a state that goes back and forth. Caitlin Huey-Burns, thank you so much.
Thank you.